Are you back?
Yeah.
All right. If you are hearing me, can you say hi?
Hi.
Oh, beautiful. Sorry for we're actually using the free version of Zoom, but in our next webinar, I can show you that we'll try to use the paid version, because we'll be having something like this every month, once or twice in a month, on various areas of professional development for educators. Okay, so I wanted to look at how we can use Chat GPT to actually enhance our lesson note preparation, setting questions, and what have you. I know it can be very killing to some of us. From my own past experience, let's say, for instance, you are teaching about 5 subjects, and you have to prepare lesson note and set questions for all the subjects. How will Chat GPT enhance your work such that you will not run away from teaching like some of our colleagues are doing? So how are you going to do that? So Chat GPT can be of help in that area. So let me share my screen with you and quickly demonstrate that. We have in it. All right. So I'm on Chat GPT now. Now, there are various things you can do with Chat GPT. Like I said, we cannot cover it all. There are so many things you can do, so many amazing things. But we'll put everything together for you in the book we call Chat GPT for Educators. By next week, Thursday, it should be ready. And for attending this seminar, you have 50% discounts for getting the book. Okay. Now, let's delve into that quickly so that the next session I can talk about how school administrators or school managers in general can use Chat GPT to enhance their work. Okay, now, you can actually, but before I delve into that, it's important to let us know that originality is expected of our work as teachers. It would be wrong per se to go to Chat GPT and be getting your contents and you are using it word for word like that. It is meant to enhance your work and make your work better. In fact, I would prefer you bring your learning content to Chat GPT. Let's say, for instance, this is my learning content, what I have here. How to teach, let me call this topic now, how to teach a dyslexic students, a dyslexic students, and then I have point 1, point 2, and so on and so forth. So I'll copy this. Let's say, for instance, I want to summarize the lesson. So I have this, I copy it. And then I tell ChatGPT, let's say, for instance, I want to summarize it. Summarize. And I paste it and I click enter. So ChatGPT can give me a summary of that. Can you see that? That is amazing, isn't it? So it has summarized it for me into how many, like 1, 2, 3, 4 plus. So you can use Chat, you can bring in your content, the content you have developed. ChatGPT is not meant to make you lazy or destroy or kill your productivity or creativity rather. it is but rather to enhance your work. So you copy, paste your content that you have developed using various textbooks, research through researches and what have you. And then the process, you can bring into ChatGPT to analyze for you. So number one thing here is what? It has been able to summarize the topic for me. Great. Now, I want to also ask ChatGPT, this is amazing and I'm so much interested in this, to give me 5 objectives questions with 4 options on each, and indicates correct answer. Now, you have prepared your lesson, for instance, on any topic. You can copy and paste it on ChatGPT, and then tell ChatGPT to set questions for you, okay, on that content. Normally, if you have to do it by yourself, some of us, we try and buy e-books and all that. The question I want to ask some of them is, those questions, are they really in tune with your learning objectives and content? There are situations that pupils or students will be given examination question, and then they are saying question 2 has not been taught, question 5 has not been taught, question 13 has not been taught. If you find out very and investigate, it's probably the teacher has gone somewhere to go and buy the questions, to go and look for the question. But you can have your content prepared as a diligent teacher, bring it to ChatGPT, and then ask ChatGPT to give you a particular number of questions on it. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Fantastic. If you can see that, can you please unmute and say yes? You can see the question is setting for me. Now, can you unmute and just say yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. So you can see I did not even repost or resend the passage. Let me call it a passage now, or the content. So automatically ChatGPT can see, because it's following as an AI, element, and it has given me 5 solid questions with the options and with the correct answer. So you have not done anything wrong by now copying this and sending it to your school as your question. Why? Because you have used the content you have developed using your creativity, work of research, and what have you. So ChatGPT is not meant to replace your creativity. We are all amazing humans, but it is actually to help us to enhance our work so that we can perform better and better and better. Now, if I'm to say this question, for instance, I will probably spend about maybe 30 minutes, okay, or less than that. But ChatGPT has done it for me in few seconds. I'm not sure if it's up to 30 seconds. So that is why we're having this seminar. How can you, and unfortunately, we cannot even do 1/10 of it. So try and grab the book next week. By Thursday next week, the book will be ready. ChatGPT for educators. So you see all that various ways you can use ChatGPT, and then you are going to have link to video tutorials, and then you'll be able to equip yourself with this professional development and do better and better. Please, if this session is over suddenly, do not forget to reconnect because we are still continuing. and I still have another link. Continue to use this same link until it's not working. Then we'll use the second link I sent on the chat column of this conversation. All right. Now, moving forward, what other things can you do with Chat GPT? Let's go back to our slide. We have quite a number of them there. Excuse me. So we have, sorry. So I'm back to the slide now. If you can see my slide, can you say yes?
Yes.
All right. So we have teachers' use of ChatGPT. I've mentioned some of them. Request examples of successful lesson plan or activities related to a particular subject. Okay. Ask for lists of strategies of addressing specific learning disability or behavior issue. I just demonstrated that few minutes ago. Ask for a list of effective tools or technologies for teaching a particular subjects. Request information on how to adapt a lesson plan for students with varying levels of ability. Ask for a list of best practice for integrating technology into the classroom. So all this information, remember ChatGPT was developed with the enormous data we have on the internet. Though unfortunately, from 2021, ChatGPT cannot remember anything again. That is the limitation. If you ask ChatGPT now, who is the president-elect of Nigeria, is going to tell you that he doesn't know it. That may amaze some of you. Yes, because it was developed up to a particular point until when they populate the data, update the data, and then make it to be current also. So there are some limitations anyway, but the possibilities are enormous beyond any imagined limitations. Okay, so I want to integrate technology to your teaching. It will give you guidelines on how to go about it. We'll be explaining in details with example on some of these things in the book we are working on. It's a research-based book to be able to help educators. Request information on how to teach a specific aspect of grammar or writing. Okay, let's say you want to teach, for instance, let's have an example now. We need to practice more than just talking. Excuse me. So suppose we have great. Now, prepare a lesson note, or better put, prepare a differentiated lesson notes on multiplication of 4-digit numbers for the year 6 class. Let me use grade for a grade 6 class. So ChatGPT can prepare the lesson note for you, guide you on tell you the materials. If you are seeing what is typing now, can you say yes?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
So it can give you the materials you need, how to go about it. When we talk about differentiated lesson notes, I will be talking about that later as one of our professional training, in one of our professional training sessions. You have categories of pupils or students in your class. They have different abilities, readiness, styles of learning. So when you are preparing your lesson notes, you want to ensure that all the categories of all these people, they are well taken care of, and they're able to get the best from your lesson. That's what we refer to as differentiated lesson. So you can see objective students will be able to multiply 4-digit number using different strategies, material, whiteboard, and markers, multiplication, flashcards, 4-digit multiplication, worksheets, so on and so forth. Procedure. So you have all that there. Okay. So suppose I have GPT to give me 5 exercises. With answer on the topic. How about that? Give me. How about that? Wow. This is fantastic. You can see that. Can you say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, if you are to do this as a teacher, can somebody unmute and tell me how many minutes it will take you? Like how many minutes? Yes, anybody? Somebody hearing me? Like how many minutes will it take you? It's done. Okay, maybe many of us are not mathematics teacher like me. I can understand. No mathematics teacher in the house. All right. So to do this without looking at any textbook, because you have to be sure your answers are correct. Before you go to a class to teach, your classwork as a mathematics teacher is always good. You work it, get the correct answer. It's not in the class, you are working it to get the correct answer. Once you put the classwork on the board, you are moving around to mark and all that. So you can see that. I guess ChatGPT did this for about a minute. But if you have to do it, will cost you, you will have to use about 30 to 40 minutes to be able to do that. So that is the enormous power of ChatGPT. And very quickly, let me also say that we also have other AI tool you can use similar to that. Let me just introduce you to, already we know Google, but I'm sure you can see the difference between Google and ChatGPT. Can somebody unmute and tell us the difference? Very quickly, please. Thank you. Anybody? What is the difference between ChatGPT and Google? I'm waiting.
Okay. Google is more general, but this GPT is specific.
Is what?
It's specific. It directs you to the particular thing you want, but Google has a more information general, so you have to start picking the one you want. But this ChatGPT is specific.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, another person in the house. It shouldn't be only me talking today. Yes, another person. Yes, please. Okay. Let's move on. Let me introduce you to other tools so that in the next session I can look at the use of ChatGPT by school managers to improve the school, to improve their productivity. That is what I'll be looking at the next session. Okay. We are aware of Google image. Am I right? Great. Now, you can also use this for getting your image. You have a lesson. You want the children to be carried along and be interested in your lesson. You will need to use images. A 21st century lesson should be pupil or student-centered. And such a lesson should also address the various learners in the classroom. We have the aesthetic learner, the visual, and the what? What's the third one? If you are with me, what is the third one? Mute yourself. What's the third one?
Kinesthetic. Kinesthetic.
Yes,
Kinesthetic.
I've mentioned that we have kinesthetic, visual, and what?
Auditory.
Auditory. Fantastic. So when you are having a lesson, you need to ensure that your lesson can appeal to these various categories of learner. So bringing in image, PowerPoint, picture, avatar if you can, image of something dancing, something shaking, especially when you are teaching the lower classes. That is very important. So you can also use this apart from Google Image to get, all right, thank you, to get the attention of pupils in the classroom. So let's say I need an image of 2 pupils using the computer. I want to put it in my lesson. You go to this website, labs.openai. It was also developed by OpenAI. I told you in my introduction that OpenAI is an organization. They are researching into AI in general, and now they can make it to be more useful to us, okay? So let's say, for instance, I need an image of 2 pupils, image of 2 pupils. Let me make it specific. I told you about prompts or seed when you are trying to get information from AI. So let me be more specific. Image of 2 elementary pupils using the computer. So they click enter, wait for some time so that we generate the image. If you look at the right hand side of your screen, you will see some images there. These are images that are also generated. I think most of them, if not all. Fantastic.
So I can't see your screen, sir.
Can you see the images?
No, we can't.
No, we can't.
We can't see the screen you're working on.
You can't see the screen.
Yeah,
My.
we can only see the slide. Yeah.
I've left the slide for long. It's okay. So sorry
I'm
about
only seeing
that.
the slide.
Okay, let me,
Okay.
that's why I normally ask questions so I can be sure I'm not the only one inside the forest there. Okay, can you see it now? Can you
Yes.
see on the screen?
Yes, you can.
Major have two elements using the computer.
Fantastic. So what are these pictures? I am not sure they can be found anywhere. They are just been generated by what? By what? By
AI.
AI. Fantastic. So this is what I typed. And then
Sorry, what site is this, sir?
this is labs.openai.com. Labs. I'll put it in the book we are working on, so you'll be able to visit all the sites and all that. And if you can get the script for this seminar to send across, we'll see what to do. So let me type another thing so that you can see the process. Suppose I want to type image of a teacher jumping up in the classroom. In the classroom. Classroom, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it will correct it, don't worry. So, can you see that? Hello?
Yes, we can see that, sir.
So what,
Yeah, we can see that.
what
Yes, we
we
can see it. Yes, sir.
You can see teacher jumping up.
Yes, we
Yes.
can. Teachers are jumping.
So this is what AI can do. So what is the essence of this session I'm sharing with you? You need to get like Google image, but if you want to get original image or develop image for yourself, go to this site, type, describe what you want, and then it will get it done for you. Is that okay? Hello?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Now, another one I will introduce you to is called ChatSonic. ChatSonic. What did I call it? Yes, ChatSonic. Let me share the screen with you. That's probably the last before I move to the next session of the. Okay. ChatSonic. This stuff is blocking my. Okay. If you have difficulty in getting all the things I've said, just go to Google and type it. So go to Google. Then I'll type. Are you seeing my screen? Are you seeing Google?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
Please always keep me posted if you have any challenge, you see what I'm doing.
All right.
So I have ChatSonic. It's also very powerful in getting information for us to enhance our work as teachers. With all these tools, you can actually reduce, without any exaggeration, you can reduce your work by 95%. Some of us are very tired by the time we are teaching because of the time spent in preparing lesson notes and all the like. But with these tools, you spend less time, get to the class, differentiate, ensure the students are carried along, individualize your learning, and the students can get the best from you. So this is ChatSonic. You can also use it to get information. Let me copy. Okay, I'm running out of time, so please reconnect 5 minutes after this, once the screen is off. Now, let me open a lesson. And then copy it into Shastonic. Minutes. Okay. All right. So I want to demonstrate use of Shastonic. That's the last session I'm having concerning teachers' use of Chat GPT. But this time around, I'm looking at the other Chat GPT. Okay, it's still opening. So it can also, can you see welcome to Shastonic on your screen?
Yes, sir.
What is Chat GPT? So it also works like Chat GPT. Fantastic. So you can also use it, it can set questions for you and all that. But remember, I've emphasized originality. Chat GPT is not to replace you. It is to enhance your work and make your work better and faster. So that is very important. Okay. All right. So let me talk about Bing. Bing can be used. Some of the ones I mentioned now, they have a lot of limitation. After some time, you may not be able to use them. Okay. But Bing can be used, should I say forever? Although you have the probably limited number of words you are limited to in the process. So let's see that very quickly. Bing. Bing is a product of Microsoft. You either say Bing or Bing AI. So I have Bing. So let me just, I have it here already. So let me just open it. This is not what I want. Okay, let's go this way. So I think this is still the normal Bing. We have the normal one, then we have the improved one. Okay, so can you see charts on the right-hand side of your screen? Hello?
Yes, you can see chat.
Yes, can see chat.
You can see charts, compose, insight.
Yes.
Did you say anything like that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. So you can use Bing as well to do some or almost all the things I've mentioned today. And it's forever free, except that probably you may not be able to copy and paste a long passage of content that you desire to be used in certain questions for you and what have you. Okay, so Bing is also another vital tool you can as well use. Okay, so let's just test this. Let's ask a question. how do you teach a blind pupil? How will you teach a blind pupil? Okay. So one thing that is peculiar to Bing is that it will try to give you references of where it's getting the information. So you can see that. You can see that. So when teaching blind or visually impaired students, okay. Okay, network is bad to some people to join us. We'll see how to share the video later. All right. So when teaching blind or visually impaired students, you should modify your teaching strategy, allow for the use of visual aids, assistive technology, and create a safe learning environment. You may need to modify the curriculum, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that is important. For the teachers in the house, are we still there?
Yes, we're here, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
I don't know if you have
Yes.
any question because I want
Yes, sir,
to.
we are here.
Any question for me?
Yes, sir, I have a question, sir.
Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. The openlabs.ai, sorry, my name is James.
Okay.
The openlabs.ai, how do we use it without credits?
Now, it's free
Because what I've
to use. Okay. Are you done? Are you done?
Yes, sir. Because what I'm seeing here is I'm out of credits and I can't use it.
Okay. Okay. You have been using it before. Now, if I get your question very well, it's an app that you can use to create image. So it's free. Except that I believe there's limitation, or maybe after some time they will ask you to start paying and all that. So if it is created by AI and you use it, you have not done anything wrong. It's even safer than some of the one we use on Google Image. Some of those images belong to companies, and so people just copy and paste and what have you. Okay. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. What I'm trying to ask is I'm on the labs.ai now and I
Okay.
cannot use it. What I'm seeing is I have 0 credits.
Okay, you have 0 credits.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That I can't use
That means
it.
you have been using it before.
I've only used ChatGPT. I've not used this before.
Okay. So why is it telling you have 0 credits?
I'm opening it.
I will investigate into that and find out what's going on, because I have never been told I have 0 credit in that in using it. So probably what you may do is to log in with another email account if you have. But the Google stuff is also there for you to use, Google Image. But the point I'm actually making that should not be forgotten now is that when you are teaching students, it should be enhanced with images. In fact, the lower the class, there should be video in the class, video lesson on multiplication, video lesson on almost anything, something that will catch their attention and then they listen to you. The first 30 seconds in any lesson is very important. So we need to be aware of that. So this session will close in few seconds. You can reconnect back after 5 minutes. Any other question that I can answer within 1 minute? Yes, any question? Hello?